welcome back to today's episode of Religions Today. So for today's episode, we're going to talk about Judaism. And I have here three of our guests, Ms. Kanta, Napatra, and Nalin. So Judaism started with a man called Abraham. He was a man whom God promised him a new land of Canaan. Abraham had a son called Isaac, who he later showed God that he truly is devoted to God. Isaac then had a son called Jacob, who from him came the 12 tribes of Israel. After that, they moved to Egypt due to famine. And many years later, they became foreigners in the land of Egypt. They later moved to Egypt due to famine. And many years later, they became the foreigners in the land of Egypt, and the pharaohs enslaved them. Then a man called Moses came. Moses was adopted by the pharaoh's daughter. He grew up in Egypt. So Joseph, the son of Jacob, brought them into Egypt. And many years passed by, and the new pharaoh did not know who the Israelites were. And because of the number, they became a threat to Egypt. The pharaoh ordered all the baby boys to be killed. And one mother, the mother of Moses, tried to hide him in the basket. She put him in the basket and put the basket into the river Nile, where the pharaoh's daughter found him. And she raised him as her own son. As Moses grew up, he saw how the Egyptians mistreated the Israelites, and he accidentally killed one of the Egyptians. Then he was in trouble, so he fled away. Moses then later came back to warn the pharaohs about the 10 plagues that God would send if the pharaoh did not let his people go. After proving that the plagues and gods were the truth, Moses then brought the people out of Egypt, where he gave them freedom, and then he gave them God's rules, the 10 Commandments. Thus, Moses is considered to be the founder of Judaism.
So, about the key concepts of this religion. The Jews believe that there is one single God, and who not only created the universe, but with whom every Jew can have an individual and personal relationship with. They believe that God continues to work in the world, affecting everything that people do. The Jewish relationship with God is a covenant relationship, which means that they make something like a deal with God. It's exchange for many good deeds that God has done for them. The Jewish people keep God's law and also seek to bring holiness into every aspect of their lives. The most important teachings of Judaism is that there is one God who wants people to do what is just and compassionate. Judaism teaches that a person serves God by learning the holy books and doing what they teach. These teachings include both ritual actions and ethics. Judaism teaches that all people are made in the image of God, and that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. So there are 4 key concepts, right?
Yes, there are origin, morality, purpose, and destiny. So for the origin, God creates us, and He created the world in 7 days. He created light, darkness, animal, human, water, sky, and everything in 7 days. And then on the 7th day, He rests. And the second one, the purpose. The purpose is to bring forth the purpose of all existence, which is also the purpose for which God created the world. So the third one is morality. Jews made a covenant with God that establishes them as God's chosen people. God requires Jews to uphold the covenant by adhering to the moral guidelines such as the 10 Commandments found in the Torah. The last one, destiny. The destiny of Judaism. The purpose of the Torah is to provide the instructions, life skill to humanity by helping everyone to live according to the principle of love your friend as yourself in practice.
So what is the role of Judaism in the 21st century? Can you tell our audiences about it?
So in the 21st century, Hyman Enelo, the rabbi of New York's Temple Emmanuel, he imagined Judaism, the 3 R's, which is righteousness, reality, and reform. And later, Maimonides, he also increased the uses of resilience, resourcefulness, and respect. These are the 3 R's of Judaism. Together, they seek to serve human flourishing, cultivating inner qualities, while also achieving external goals, honoring legacies while foraging the future, serving causes greater than ourselves, and shining so that others can learn to shine too.
Thank you.
And I also have some interesting facts on Judaism to share today. The Jews believe that the descendant of the King David will be the Messiah, who will bring the era of peace and will build the third temple. This period will be a golden period of Judaism, as well as the entire mankind. Also, the kippah is a brimless skull cap that the Jews wear when they pray, eat, and reciting blessings, or even studying the religious texts. A person who is born a Jewish mother is considered a Jew, the mother, whenever he follows the customs or traditions or not. And traditional Jews believe that the existence after this.
So thank you, Ms. Kanta, Mr. Patra, and Ms. Nalin for being our guests today. And as for our show tradition, we would like to ask you to blow on the special show candle to close this episode. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.